Welcome to the Vision Gap Show. Align your big idea and vision with a plan of action to resonate and stand out in your market. With your hosts, Andy Halko and Tony Zayas.
Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode. We're going to dive in and look at the world of health tech and explore the target audiences that we've seen with some clients and some brands. Andy, when we talk health tech, it could be really wide because there could be B2B cases where these companies are selling into hospital systems, healthcare systems. And then there's also devices and things that are directly sold to consumers. The one that we're looking at today, it's Kasana. It's a home health monitor. They are primarily focused on selling into healthcare and hospital systems. So I think we're going to dive in, take a look at how we can define the personas. What are the needs? What is this user interested in, and how can we use Frictionless to really intimately understand that person?
Yeah, and I think, like we say in most of these, the reason that we really focus on personas is that you really have to understand your target audience. And I think as we've looked at some of these industries, we've gone into ed tech and health and legal tech, is that the personas and the people are so different. Yeah. And now that you move to health tech, it's even more so that you've got doctors and administrators and board members. You have to deal with potentially different organizations to make sure that you can get your product through and then it's approved. And there's so many different angles of the people that you need to interact with. And so understanding all of that in a really deep way is truly foundational to success. It drives everything that you're going to be doing in marketing, in sales, customer support. And so it really is imperative. And I think in health tech, you just can't get by without really understanding each of these people as individuals and how they react. So,
yeah, very different perspectives that are going to be part of that buying committee. And you need to be effectively speak to each of them. So in this example, we're looking at the two different personas of the primary care physician and then also a healthcare administrator, because again, those are going to be very different. This company is focused on the healthcare companies in the US. So that's what we've defined as our segment. And Andy's here is running the pains for that physician now.
Yeah, I mean, and this is really that process of getting unbiased research, right? And so we're going to combine our own insights that we understand about our target audience. But one of the powerful things is using AI to go out and do research for us that's unbiased. And this AI understands our company, what we sell, this target audience. We've developed a segment that also defines some parameters, and it's going out and it's providing some of this key information. So with this primary care physician, it talks about, keeping up with medical advancements, insurance and billing complexity, regulatory compliance, patient communication. We look at all of these things as pains. And what we can do with this research is come in, and now we've got a good view, and we can say, okay, we know these four are really impactful for our clients and related to us. And then if we need to, we can add our own and make updates to this. And the great thing is, it's not just pains. We're looking at all of these different factors. So you can research buying factors. How do they make decisions? Motivations. What's the reasoning behind what they do every day? What responsibilities do they have? Who influences them? What trends are they interested in? What softwares do they use? What channels are they on? And just a wide range. I'll do sources here as well, because we always find this one interesting. But this is really that process of truly understanding your audience and defining it not only for you, but everyone in your organization, so that all people have a shared understanding of who you're targeting. So just adding a few more there. And so you can see where you're really developing this out. And then when we switch to healthcare administrator, I think the next step we do pains on this side. And what we're going to see is that it significantly changes. That when we looked at it over on the health provider side, it's much more about, the patient and other things. But now we're looking at integrating technology systems, data management and security, at a high level, crisis management and preparedness. These are things that they're looking at that are a little bit different than obviously what we had when we were with the primary care physician. And again, this is a place where once you've got all your different audiences you speak to, you have this shared understanding of them.
Yeah, that's great. And then something that is a newer feature here in Frictionless is notes. And you want to talk a bit about that, Andy? Because I think this is something that's super helpful as you're collaborating and working through this.
Yeah, I think the great thing about notes is what we use it for is sitting in a meeting and you're talking about your target prospect, and you're able to really just in real time pull together different information that folks are saying. And that's a great resource that if you're sitting in with your sales team and marketing team, you're brainstorming, you're throwing that together, you can create some notes, and then the ability to summarize that. We use AI, and it'll take, a wide range of various notes and ideas and thoughts and really create a lot of organization around those, so that you've got clarity. And it's very similar to things like the questions, right? Like I think one of the big things we want to do once we've developed a persona and we've really built it out with some more information is ask some questions, right? And so you can ask any question that you want. We've got a couple suggestions, but what are risks or fears that influence their decisions, right? And so now the system is using what your product and service is, who the segment is, who this audience is, and then these factors, and it's providing us a clear answer to our question. And so primary care physicians in medium-sized healthcare companies are significantly influenced by several risks and fears. Foremost concern is falling behind in medical advancements, compounded by the limited time available. And so, it's really this capability to dig in and understand these personas deeper, makes it, fast and easy, right?
And then this becomes very foundational to everything else that you build, marketing assets, messaging, everything that's focused on these personas. You now have that really foundational information that will help you be effective in engaging with them. And also remembering the different perspectives. So as you think about everybody that's involved, if you're a health tech, not only just the physicians, administrators, but there might even be that insurance aspect, and then obviously the patients. So a lot comes into play in that space. And that's kind of how we look at this.
Totally. And just showing here, we moved into the recommendation space where now once we've built our persona, it's going out and creating various recommendations for us. So here it's created an article idea that if you're trying to do content marketing based off of the information that you've set for this persona, it says mastering patient communication in primary care, because we said that patient communication was important, right? The campaign that it suggested was a patient communication enhancement initiative, where it really talks about, personalized webinars and workshops. And then even down into what are some offers that pique their interest, what are conversion ideas like a patient communication enhancement toolkit, website ideas, and sales tips to close the deal. So simplify insurance and billing processes. And so we really now also get to the place where not only can we research, ask questions, take notes and summarize those, but we can get recommendations for this persona of how to market and sell to them, just delivered to us.
Yep. Does a tremendous amount of research and just minutes, if that sometimes.
Yeah. And I think this is, again, going back to where we started, right? Personas, understanding your target audience. You want to create campaigns in marketing that are highly focused on the needs, the motivations, the pains of your target audience. In sales, you want to make sure that if you've got 5 different stakeholders in the process, that you want to be answering all of their questions, potentially have materials that are unique to each one so that they feel like the process is really personalized to them. You want your sales team to be able to come in and when they're dealing with someone, just understand the full picture so that they can make smarter decisions. And this ability to really have a central source of truth for your target audience, it is a game changer for anybody that's trying to improve top line revenue growth.
For sure. And then you just showed the summary here, which kind of recaps everything about this persona in a nice, concise, focused kind of way.
Yeah, I mean, once you've built your persona and you've got all these factors and you've asked some questions and taken some notes, this summary can be created. And as you change things, you can recreate it. But it will then bring it all together and try and talk about how these pieces fit with each other, and then continue the drive through like takeaways for marketing, sales tips. It's really kind of pulling in all of this information into one nice summary doc for you.
Yeah, this is a game changer to have this level of depth and research and understanding for your target audience. So really cool. If you have not tried Frictionless, go to frictionlesshq.com. There is free version available. Take it for a spin. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to book a demo so we can go through it and show you a bit more, that would be awesome. But with that, guys, thank you. We will see you again next time. Take care, everybody.
This episode of the Vision Gap Show has been brought to you by Frictionless. Build high-impact strategy at scale. Create your vision, brand position, and go-to-market strategy. All in a collaborative AI-enabled workspace. Visit frictionlesshq.com to create your free account today.